is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another daily hack. And this is a special daily hack, Ron, because when we're done here, I'm going to go get ready to get out of town for the weekend.
I know what is that about? I think it's funny because we've I don't know about you, but I've taken 2 vacations this year, right? We're planning one in June for a week, and we're planning my birthday getaway. So my family will have 3 vacations this year that they've never had one ever.
Yeah. You know, if why work if you're not actually living, right? And so let's take advantage of the time we have a
Yep.
little fun, work our tails off in between, and call it good. So
Call it a day.
But all right, so today's conversation about automation, and organization, right?
Yeah.
And so we've got multiple people on the team now, and so we had to change how we were organized, right? Because before, every time you and I were, it was just you and I, we would, hey Corey, I need this. Hey Ron, I need
Right.
this. And things
Right.
get
Right. Right. Right.
and so it was organized for the two of us, but we had to expand with now the fairly good sized team to accomplish everything. And so we utilize Trello a lot. We utilize Slack. We potentially could utilize a few other things that we're looking into, but specifically right now we're using Trello. And for you and I, Trello was perfect.
Right.
Anytime we needed something, it was perfect. But now you're expanding that a little bit. But so let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I think anybody, as you grow and expand or scale your business, you're going to start running into these systems that worked fine to get you to that point where you were scaling, and then you tweak them. So, considering you and I are systems people, uh, we had a system that worked great for you and I was like, okay, we'll just tweak it. We'll add some people to it. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh, it became a non-useful tool for me, right? Where then I became the bottleneck, right?
Yeah.
So we had to figure out a way to do a bottleneck. And I was like, okay, if when someone checks this box, if I can just have a Slack message that says, go check it out, right? Right.
Right.
And then that way it goes back to all the coaching. Remember, we said drown out the noise, focus on two people that you resonate with, or one person that you resonate with. Forget what everyone else says, right? It's the
Right.
very same thing. It was around notifications. I was getting so many notifications, clients adding me to their boards, um, the team adding me to their boards, you adding me to boards, people checking off things that had nothing to do with me. And every time I looked, it was really nothing. So I just stopped paying attention to a notification that was built there to not have a bottleneck, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. We built the templates, if you will, for each project
right,
in each client, and these are repeating templates. And
right,
and so for anybody that doesn't know Trello, you can build checklists for you to do to accomplish a task, and so or a project. And Ron and I, with our podcast clients, I mean, these are repeating weekly things. And for a couple of the different clients, like we're looking at a checklist of 40 items,
right,
right? And now it's to the point where you handle like 3 items, 5 items on that checklist. I
right.
handle 3 items, 5 items on that checklist, but we still got 40 notifications from it, right? And so it's a learning experience on adding a member, right? Like we thought we were like, oh, this will make it easy. Add yourself as a member to this card, and then you get notified every time something happens on it. And we're like, ooh, that's exciting. We get the notification every time you do something. But now it's like, hey, no, we need to take ourselves off of that so we don't get that notifications, and set it up so we only get notifications on what matters and what's important, right? And so for me, it matters once you basically check off where you go, and then it's my turn, right?
Yep. Yeah,
So
well, that's exactly it. I need to know when someone's done with part A, so then I can check X, Y, and Z and approve or make adjustments or add my part to it. And
yep.
then it gets it's like an assembly line, right?
Right.
And that assembly line got broke because of scaling. And I think we've talked about this multiple times. You know, the skills that got you to where you were, or the systems that got you to where you are now, aren't the skills or systems you need to get to the next spot. And we we're very aware of it. We teach change leadership. I mean, that's like what we do anyway. But to actually go through it, you know, there was a point, I think we had the conversation. I was like, was it easier just not having everyone on there and just delegating, or we need just some kind of solution to it, right?
Right.
And so we've fine-tuned like 3 or 4 different ways this week just to solve the pain point of what we were going through. And I'm sure other people have solved it. It's not a problem. But for our system, our pain point, our thing, for our scaling, we needed to figure it out. And we were able to do that.
Yeah, yeah. And we wanted to talk about that today because if you're not, or we are not, or a person's out there that's not, if they're not taking the time to figure out like where is the bottleneck, how can you overcome that, right? If they're just accepting it, then they're not going to be able to scale, right? Like they're going to be limited. So it's important to take that time, right? I know. It's funny, just thinking about Trello again, right? And this could be anything. This could be
Right.
any kind of thing that you use out there to organize yourself and your tasks and your to-dos and your projects, whatever it is, right? So for us, we're talking Trello. So a week or so ago, you spent a couple hours in Trello trying to get it to where it would work, right? And then at the start of this week, I spent, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours on one day trying to map it out and get it. And you're like, nope, we need to add this other automation piece, right? And so again, it's painful to go through it and be like, nope, that didn't quite work. But it's so important to stop and don't just throw it all to the wind to start over.
Right.
Try to maximize what you're using so that way the changes are small, right?
Yeah.
So again, we might go away from Trello for what we're doing, but we're gonna make sure that we figure out and test every single aspect of it before we go away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to think about what you said. Like you have to be willing to take some steps that could break everything. Right? It could not work at all, and we could fail miserably on that particular piece. But at the same time, we have to take those steps in order to evolve.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, if you are out there and you need any help with organization, any help with systems, jump on a call with us. We can do a free 30-minute consultation call, and if we can find a better solution, we know some people in the, for example, ManyChat, right? An automation on your messaging bots.
Mm-hmm.
There's such a fun way to do that. Are we the best at it? No, but we have somebody that can do that. Like we have the expert.
We got peeps.
Right? So there's so many different ways, different things out there. We might be able to help guide you into where you need to go to find the right person. If it's not us, if it is us, cool. If not, no worries. We're happy to jump on that call. 30 minutes, free consultation to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And the link will be in the show notes. So head on over. If you're watching live, happy Friday. Hit us in the DMs if you're watching live. Jump in the group. And if you're not, though, what are you waiting for? Head on over to our Facebook group.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate everything you do, and we are excited to help you impact your tribe. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.